looking at a island hopping boat, and this is owned by Thai-Phoon. That's Thai Phon. See, it's a little play on words. It's a Thai food restaurant, but they also have island hopping boat here. And over there is Dave. He's the actual owner. And so we're going to take a little tour of this boat and show you how they set things up. And also, you know, if you ever want to go island hopping, you know, I'll give you all the phone and Facebook contacts and on Messenger and all that stuff, so that if you come to Bantayan Island and you want to do some island hopping, this is the people to do it with. Really friendly, helpful, fun group. So it's 54 feet long, the boat is. So it's a pretty big boat. What's the maximum passengers?
We're registered for 16 with the Coast Guard.
But the minimum there is 32.
Maximum?
Yeah, 32.
Maximum.
Okay, yeah, they're registered for 16 with the Coast Guard, but the maximum is 32 passengers. So you can really load these things up. But typically you'll get groups of 10 to 20 is normal, what you'll see. So anyway, they got a nice ramp here too. They have a handrail, which most don't have. They have these little crossboards here so that you don't slip, which most don't have. And so you'll get a little better accommodations here with these guys. Easy to get in, easy to get out, because you're carrying backpacks, you're carrying whatever other stuff that you got. So there's a lot of stuff that you'll carry. On the floorboard here, underneath this, this long, it's a door. It opens up, or like a cover, but that's where all the life jackets are. And when you're out on the ocean, then they put the life jackets there underneath that table, so they're easy to get to. But they do have life jackets for everybody. Everybody gets a life jacket. They are regulated here, and the Coast Guard will stop you and check things. They'll tell people to put their life jackets on and that type of stuff. So it's not a fly-by-night kind of a thing. This is a regulated industry here. So anyway, you can see how they have the lashings going to the outriggers. It's this is actually monofilament line. I don't know if you can see that well, because there you go, right there. That's all lashed down with monofilament line. I don't think there's any bolts or that. Well, I take that back. There's a center, like a 2x4 here, that the two bamboos are connected to. That center piece is bolted down. This is where you're going to put all your backpacks and stuff, and then you can come back here. This is where the captain or pilot sits. Here's the engine compartment. This is a Mitsubishi diesel here that they run this with. It's got a transmission, and that long pole there is the shifter. So they run it in. It's a regular diesel, Mitsubishi diesel truck. Engine and transmission adapted for the boat use. This is how they do it. They run Mitsubishis or Isuzus, usually one of those two brands. It's a 4-cylinder, but they'll run it in third gear because it's a 4-speed transmission. They'll run it in third gear, and then they come back, and there's a neutral, and they go back even more, and there's a reverse if they need reverse. They usually don't use reverse because there's a little arm down there, and they have to wiggle that arm to put it into reverse. So they got a bamboo pole that they'll push off from the front when you're backing up. The throttle is over here on this side. It's like a regular boat one, but it's made out of wood, and it's kept tight, and it's got a monofilament line that runs from there down to the I guess fuel injection throttle body. It would have to be to control the speed. And they have right here 20 liters of diesel fuel here. This is their fuel tank. It's basically a 5-gallon water bottle filled with diesel. This is standard, how things are done here. These also are filled with diesel, so you never have to worry about running out of fuel. They also, this is electric start. You can see an alternator up there at the front. It is electric start battery. Right there's the alternator. It's got a battery and a key start. But if they can't, the battery's dead, starter doesn't work, some situation like that, they do have on the front crankshaft like a pulley wheel, and they wrap a rope around that, and then they pull start it with a rope, just like starting your lawnmower or an outboard motor or something like that. It takes 4 men to grab that rope, and they do it 1, 2, 3, and heave ho, and then it starts it up manually if they need to, like that. So you can see plenty of room here. I mean, this is one of the bigger island hopping boats that I've seen. On this side here, they have a little barbecue grill cooking area here. They usually provide meals on these boats. Also, you'll see this stainless steel shaft and this bamboo pole here. That's connected to the rudder. It goes through the boat and out the back. This boat also has a 3-blade prop too. Most of them have a 2-blade, but you really don't get much push with a little 2-blade. These 2 blades are the most inefficient things I've ever seen, but almost every boat has these little old-fashioned, like 1900 style 2-blade, like a propeller that they had on those, those beanie hats back in the old days. If you're as old as me, you'll know what I'm talking about. Also, this is the bilge pump here. You pour water down that tube, and then I think you put your hand over that pipe, and then you do this up and down, and it pumps water up and out this pipe and over on the side. I don't know if you can see it. No, you can't see it there. And then that's how you get water out of the bilge pump, because where the drive shaft goes out, where the prop shaft is, they don't really have proper seals. So they're stuffing plastic bags and C2 bottles and bamboo in all of these boats. They don't have rubber seals like you would see on a regular outboard engine. Nobody does. And when I build my boat, I'm actually going to put one on mine. I'll put like 2 or 3 seals at the back and rubber seal it, and hopefully I can get the right size. But as I was saying, the rudder here, this is a bamboo pole, and it comes up here, as you can see, up here, right here. And because the captain or pilot sits here, he holds his hand and he moves this back and forth to turn. There's no steering wheel, and that's typical for almost every boat here. A few boats will have a steering wheel, but not many at all. And so they got the sunscreen here, so you're not cooking out in the sun. And let's see what else we got here. That is a really big diesel, just so you know. I mean, physically, I'm looking at it. The Isuzu that I've seen in a boat is, this one's about 30% larger, physically larger. So he's got a pretty good sized motor, and this thing goes pretty fast with that 3-blade prop. And this is the toilet too. It's just a door. You sit in, you squat in there, and there's a hole, and it just drops into the ocean. So that's all standard, the way that they have them here. And I'm going to go out. Oh, here's also the exhaust pipe here. It goes out and over and out the back. There's water that they somehow inject into the exhaust to keep the pipe cool. So you'll get water and exhaust coming out that back part. This has a sealed freshwater cooling system. And there's no radiator in here, but I will go outside. In fact, we'll walk outside and I'll show you how they do the cooling on these engines. It's pretty innovative how they do this. They walking down the, I guess you call it a gangplank if you're a pirate. So, and the tide's kind of out, so it's a little easier for me to get around here and show you some of this stuff. But the way that the cooling is done is these pipes on the side, and I'm gonna kind of try to brighten that up if I can. But see those two pipes right there? Those two pipes? Water comes in one, goes down to the other, swirls around and comes back, and the ocean water is what they're transferring the heat to. So when it's under sail, those will be underwater, and then the ocean water will cool those pipes and cool the water in the engine and keep the engine cool. So that's the cooling system. If you have a closed one, instead of bringing salt water into your boat, you can run a system like that. And there's their 3-blade prop there that you, like I said, you don't see 3-blade props on boats often. When I build my boat, I'm going to have a 3-blade prop like that. So this and all these things are lashed down. This is here is you know, monofilament line. This is heavy, like I don't know, 300 or 400 pounds. You know what's
Nylon.
do you know what weight this is? 300 PS, 300 pound test and stuff. So this is how they lash these down, and they're all lashed here. Everything is lashed, and you'll see on YouTube they've got a show called Sailing Lucky Fish, and they've got like a catamaran, and the hulls are lashed to the center part, and that's kind of a standard way of doing things, lashing boats. I guess it gives them a little more flexibility because everything's wiggling and moving instead of being bolted and nailed in that. And plus you don't have any corrosion from all these nylon lashings, and they seem to hold up forever. I've never seen one that ever failed, but if they did, you just get some nylon fishing line basically and relash it. So I will give you one more look at this, and then we will be back with more from my paradise on Bantayan Island. We're looking at Thai-Phoon island hopping boat. Be sure to give the number, or like I said, Facebook, contact them on Facebook or Facebook Messenger. If you would like to go out on this boat. And I'll put some pricing on here too, and then I'll repeat, you know, the number of passengers and all that type of thing. And there's plenty of islands to go to. That island over there is Hilatuga'an. It's the one behind there. That's they got nice diving, snorkeling at this end, beautiful. There's like a marine protected area, and the water between the surface and the top of the reef is maybe 5 feet, and you can just, you know, snorkel and see everything really clearly because it's, you know, because the reef is so shallow below the surface. Over, I don't think you can see Virgin Island, but it's at the end of Hilatuga'an. There's Virgin Island over there, and that's a tourist destination too, but they charge like 500 pesos per the first 2 people and 100 or so pesos after that. So it's a lot of fees. Here you can pretty much go for no charge, I believe. There's another island, I don't think you can see it, but right past the end of Hilatuga'an is Kinatarkin, and that's another island that you can go to. And these are lightly populated islands. They're fishing islands. There's no real you know, anything that you would do there, just hang out on the beach, and the water is beautiful. It's just gorgeous there. So great snorkeling, swimming around, white sand beaches. All the people are friendly. You can buy some fish there and grill them up right on the beach, you know, when you're island hopping. So anyway, here's a kind of a shot of the surrounding area. Here it's low tide, that's why the water's out kind of far right now, but this is really one of the nicer island hopping boats, and I think their price is better than most island hopping boats. From what I was just having a general conversation with Dave, and I think they have a little better pricing too, so that's another plus for going with Thai-Phoon when you want to go island hopping. So we will be back with more from my paradise on Bantayan Island. Let's all go island hopping. Bye for now.